Hello, are you happy and are you well? Oh, what it is, I think the radio is on your side, isn't it? Is that correct?
Oh, sorry.
No, no, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was listening to your playlist. I was having so much fun.
it's
I
all
was
right.
laughing and I could hear you laughing as well and joking, and it was perfect. Well
It's
done.
a, thank you so much, man. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show on RadiAsian, the number one station for the Asian invasion. I will try and see as to is the audio. Yeah, the audio appears to be recording correctly. And how are you? How are you? And what time is it over there?
So I am in Paris and it's like 24 past 8 exactly. And you?
You're very precise. Yeah, it's 24 past 7 exactly, and I'm in London. Have you've been to London before, haven't you?
Oh yes, sure. Because actually I lived in Great Britain for a few years.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I was a student in Bangor University in North Wales.
Oh, how beautiful! That's really beautiful.
Yeah. And I lived in Lancashire and in Yorkshire. I studied in Leeds as well.
You studied in Leeds. What did you study in Leeds?
My I did my PGCE.
Oh, is that the teachers course?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow! You're a teacher?
I I was a school teacher for many many years, and I quit, and I am a freelancer. So now I'm more of a linguistics coach and communication instructor for business people, and I'm also a yoga teacher.
Wow! 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 It's fascinating, but okay, okay. I want to hit you with the first question, right?
Yes, sure.
You can dance. Now, who taught you how to dance, and why did you go towards dance? Do you have dancers in the family?
So I started dancing when I was 6 because we didn't have much money, and I had to do something where, I needed to release my energy,
Yes.
and um, and I couldn't play an instrument because it was too expensive for my mom, who couldn't afford that.
Yes.
So she tried to send me to a drama class, but I was so rowdy that they didn't want me there. I tried many things.
Rowdy.
I was a rowdy kid, yes, sir. Um,
I love it. I love it. Well, what's the worst thing that you did in class?
well, I had a big mouth for sure, uh, but it started when I was 2. I was singing in class constantly, and the teacher, she put some tape on my mouth.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, hold on, hold on. So, what kind? This was not in India, was it?
No, it was in France, man. The country of freedom,
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Oh.
Yeah. So so yeah, I was a singer first, but I repressed my talent, and I became a dancer. I danced ballet when I was young,
Yes, 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 yes.
and later I took some serious singing classes, and I continued with drama as well for my pleasure. And I played the drums. I started to play the drums when I lived in Leeds.
Wow, wow, wow. Who taught you drums, and what sort of drums did you play?
I had 2 teachers. One of them, I don't remember their, their full names, but one of them was Tim, I think, and he had a fusion jazzy band. And the other one, because I used to be a teacher in next to Leeds, near Bradford actually.
Oh, brilliant, 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 brilliant.
And there was a drum teacher, and I would take lessons with him every week. So yeah, I learned the drums thanks to England.
Wow, wow. So I'd imagine your use of rhythms and everything is your knowledge of rhythms. Because to be honest, when I heard I listened to the track Flow, right,
Yes.
and I played it out a few shows ago. The last time I did the full English Please Diary show, I think, if I'm correct. And I said it almost felt like a tribal sort of Native American sort of. It just had that feel to it. It just sounded so different. I thought it's a work of art. That's what it is. So do you have what is your ancestry? Like, do you have Indian, Native American Indian, or do you have Indian? I don't know. Tell me.
Well, actually, my family is from Reunion Island in the Indian Ocean.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, so it's near Mauritius and Madagascar, and it's a French island. And there are different communities living there, like Muslims, Christians, Indians, Chinese.
Wow.
And life is sweet over there. And when I lived there, my hairdresser one day he told me that my hair, shows the roots of India.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
He said that you can recognize Indian, people because of the way the hair is implemented.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Does that mean you get a discount with the Uber?
I don't, but I always have a good chat. I'm a good chatter. I'm a nice customer.
Brilliant. I had to put that in there. I'm sorry if anyone felt offended by that. I just got this weird, funny sense of humour, man. Oh my god, I love it.
Are you from London, Dad?
Well, originally we were born and bred in the West Midlands, which is like near Birmingham, Wolverhampton. And then I've been in London for 11 years, working hard over here. And ever since I've been here, to be honest, right, is it okay to call you Daphne?
Of course.
Or should I call you Daffie Doc?
As you want.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. The name. So how did Daffie Doc come about, and where did Doc come? Because I thought, is she a doctor?
No, I'm not a doctor, but since I was a kid, I've had the Doc Martens boots.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Different colors. When I was a kid, I had yellow ones and purple ones. And for the last few years, I've had pink ones.
Wow.
And I left after at the end of the first lockdown. I had nothing, just my Doc Martens shoes. Yeah. And I decided to spend my last euros on a train ticket for Paris.
Wow, it's fascinating.
So, and because my first name is Daphne, then I decided, I should be Daffie Doc.
I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Now, I'm going to take this conversation a bit weird, right? Because that's the kind of things that I do. All right. There's a guy on YouTube, right? I can't remember his name, but he's quite badass. And what he does, he gets boots, right? And he cuts them in half, and he shows a cross section of the boot. And I know this sounds weird, right? But because you've been wearing Doc Martens for a long time, would you say that from when you started wearing them, to now, is there a difference in the build quality?
A difference in the what?
In the construction of the boot, and does it feel better?
Well, I'm not sure I fully understand the question.
Basically, were the old Dr. Martens, were they better than the new ones?
Honestly, it's if you are poor, you buy a pair of Doc Martens and you can keep them for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
At least. So, throughout all the seasons. And that's why I've always had them, because, they are the best guys. I can count on them. I know it's leather, it's not vegan, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm not vegan.
Absolutely fine. If anyone's listening in from Dr. Martens, Respect to you lot, man. RadiAsian, number one station for the Asian invasion. So I've seen a lot of your photos regarding your dancing. It's very, very artistic and creative, and the backdrops that you've used as well are very urban, with a lot of graffiti, and you know, like you can have like rusty things there in the background, like rusty street furniture and stuff like that. Great, and I thought this is phenomenal. So who does your photography?
Well, I've had the opportunity to work with very talented guys who are very renowned in the French hip hop circle. So the person who did the cover of my EP Flow is a photographer for a famous person in France who has his own show on TV. And this photographer is also very active in the hip hop community. And his name is Sébastien Giraud. And I've been also working with a guy called Jean-Mi. And he's been working for many celebrities in LA and in Paris. And he's been in the hip hop game as a photographer for a very long time as well. And there is also a man called Lion Scott, and he's the brother of a very famous French rapper. And he was the first he was one of the first hip hop dancers in France in the 80s. And back in the days, the famous club for hip hop was called the Globo.
The Globo. Okay, wow, in Paris.
Yeah, and so all these guys, you know, they approached me. I got very lucky, you know, since I arrived in Paris. Different guys in the rap game spotted my talent, my different talents, and we've been working together.
So it's brilliant. So regarding the recording process, right, and the songwriting process and the lyrics, do you do the music first or do you do the actual lyrics?
When I write, sometimes I just need to write down some notes or some poetry as it comes, you know, whatever. But sometimes I also have just a rhythm in my mind, and like like a blues, like a gospel. So it depends how I start working. But for my EP Flow, what happened is that a famous French rapper called Daddy Lord C introduced me to DJ Keshkoon, and Keshkoon produced all the tracks for my EP.
Wow.
And I found the lyrics and the melodies.
Wow. So how long would it take for you, let's say, I mean, how long did you spend working on the EP Flow?
3 months.
You made that in 3 months?
Yes, because, you know, there were so many lockdowns and curfews and all that shite that we went like, all right, are we artists or not? Are we doing this or not? So, yeah, I'm proud of the resistance of it. Yeah.
Definitely. So, okay. So, DJ Keshkoon, salute DJ Keshkoon. Did I tag? I didn't tag Keshkoon in the socials, did I, on Instagram?
I don't think so, but it's okay. He's following, and I am following because he's busy with his own news. Over for the last 20 years, he has worked with international people like reggae guys from Jamaica and Cuban rappers, also American rappers. And we've been, I don't know if you saw, but on the EP Flow, the last song is actually a song with a Japanese rapper.
So the last one?
So yeah, the last track of the EP Flow.
Tokyo, Paris, that's right, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Flow, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks. 6 tracks?
5.
Oh yeah, I've got Flow down twice. I'm an idiot. Ready? to my understanding, you're a very spiritual person.
Mm.
So, are your parents spiritual?
Hard to say, but when I was little, I was not raised really in the religious upbringing, but I decided to get christened when I was 9.
Yeah.
So I asked for that, and it happened. And since I was a kid, I've always had a thing for churches, cathedrals, or temples, or whatever. I love going to the quiet space like that. Yeah. And about 10 years ago, I started the training to become a yoga teacher. And I was blogging when I lived in the Pacific. I was blogging a lot about yoga, and so I got approached by different international media, and I am published. I don't know if you know that as well. My books are published by a famous wellness book company in France.
Wow. Can we okay, before we go to talk about the books here, because this is very interesting actually, right? I need to ask about, in your artwork on Flow, right, the EP, you've got this beautiful tattoo on your back, right?
Yes.
Now, is that like computer graphics, or is that a real tattoo?
No. This is the reality.
Isn't that a painful reality?
It's a true tattoo. It's a real tattoo.
Okay. But what does it symbolize, man? And you've done half of it as well. It's brilliant.
So it's all Marquesian, because the tattoos I have on my body are from Marquesian tattoo artists. The Marquesas. The Marquesas Islands, they are in the south of Hawaii.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And this is actually where tattoos originated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
At the time, they would take the shark tooth to tattoo you.
Wow.
But I didn't do that.
But Daphne, wasn't that like really, really painful to actually go through that process, man? And is it true that to get through a tattoo of that size, you have to drink these bottles of vodka or something?
Oh my gosh, I didn't drink. I went there in the morning. I stayed 9 hours in that shop, and after 3 or 4 hours, I started to cry. And wow, it was such an experience, but I really wanted to do it at once. I didn't want to do it in different sessions. And the guy, he was saying, you're a real warrior, because a lot of men stop after a couple of hours and they come back a few days after. I was like, no. I don't have the time. I need to do this right now.
Wow.
And the day after, I went skiing.
The day after you went skiing?
Yes. So it's actually a 3-angle piece, which symbolizes the Trinity.
Oh, okay. Educate me.
The mind, the holy, and the body.
And the spirit, the ether, yeah.
And that could be, sometimes I feel this could be also like the Trinity of male, female, child.
Yeah.
It can be a lot of things.
Yeah, of course. I think Nikola Tesla was obsessed with the number 3, where he would, towards, before he passed away, may God rest his soul, he used to drive around at the actual hotel 3 times, things like that. So 3 is a very, very powerful number.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah. Certainly. Wow.
You know what I mean, yeah?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I know what you mean.
Wow. I like the white mark, the white makeup you had as well. The way you've done it across your face and nose. That's amazing.
That was, I wanted to give maybe like an African, Native American vibe to it. Um, and placed under the eyes, it means, hey, I'm watching you. I know what you're doing, and I am protected.
Yeah. Yes. I think I'll just take the conversation straight there. You know what it is like in the music industry. I have noticed even in the Punjabi music industry, man, like people have gone towards the dark side. See, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the artwork and I'm looking at like, and I thought, am I going crazy? And I've seen some of the artwork for the albums. I'm like, this is terrible. I thought you can't be showing this to your children. I thought, what is going on over here? So, certain people you feel they sell themselves out to get themselves ahead in their career. How do you feel about this?
Well, you said it already. Some people sell. So
Yeah.
I don't. And I'm very happy about it because I've been working with independent people. And while I was preparing my EP, Skrilltown Emo approached me.
Yes.
And I know that 2020 and 2021 they were hard years, but honestly, I've worked so much. I was so happy. And only with independent people, and I've loved it.
I interview quite a few artists, and we talk about this, being signed to majors versus being signed to smaller sort of indie kind of labels, or self-releasing stuff, and it's like about having the control of your releases, creative control. It's important as well. So, how did you get in touch with Skrilltown?
I think he added me on Facebook. And I saw a post which was saying, new compilation, send a track. So I sent an email with a track of mine, which was a very jazzy track. And he loved it. And so he asked me to definitely collaborate with him. And so we released a single at the beginning of this month.
Wow. Talk about it.
Yeah. So the single is called Je rêve de toi, which means I dream of you in French.
Did you see what I just did there? Like, I avoided saying the name.
Oh, I will teach you a bit of French when I come.
Thank you. Most definitely. And when you do come, I will teach you a bit of Punjabi.
I would love to.
Absolutely brilliant. So, can we talk about that track, please? Yeah, the one you just mentioned in because I was trying to pronounce the other one. Like,
that's the first track of the EP flow. Un jour de plus. It means one more day.
Okay, superb, absolutely brilliant. One more day, un jour de plus.
Yeah.
Brilliant, beautiful, brilliant. So the one which you did at the start of September, right? What's it about?
So the single that was released the 3rd of September with Skrilltown is called Je rêve de toi, I dream of you. And it's going really, really well because before you Canadians saw my work and they loved it, and I don't know what to say because
wow, yeah.
It's becoming hard for me to follow all the news because everybody is following and supporting everywhere in the world, and I'm so happy about this.
It's an absolute blessing. It's an absolute blessing. You've got a what is that on the artwork over there? You got a t-shirt on, and you got a cap, a black hat on. You got a white t-shirt, and you're pulling it down.
Yes, DJ Scrozy. He's an Italian DJ, and we've already worked together, and there will be something that should be released next year, I guess. I also have new tracks that are ready. I'm doing some more writing. There is some video clip on the way. Next year I'm gonna have some new book news as well.
We need to talk about books, man. So what made you become an author?
Well, I studied literature a lot when I was younger. The main studies I did were literature and languages.
Wow.
And so, as I said, I was blogging, and then different media approached me, and the best French publishers asked me if I wanted to start some projects with them. And I said yes, and they have like bestseller authors. And so the first project, which was released in 2019, it's an interactive book for couples.
Okay.
And it's about how to communicate, our emotions and how to open up. And it's full of different activities, and exercises to do together.
How amazing! A book like that, a book to repair or to strengthen relationships.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's clever. That is clever. I think you've just put marriage guidance counselors out of work, man.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Yeah, because before. Oh, sorry, maybe I didn't hear you. Can you repeat?
No. I just said you're gonna put marriage guidance counselors out of work, which is a good thing. Which is it's.
Oh, I thought you said how you. Oh, so I didn't hear that. But no, I don't hope so. But maybe I do, because I had a couple of these and they didn't help me.
I love it.
So if my book can help, yeah, that's great.
I'm gonna check out your book. I'm gonna check out your book, and
It's in French.
Okay.
Yeah, but
yes.
if there is an English speaking editor who is interested, it's possible, to buy the rights and to translate in English, and
Yes.
but at the moment it's in French.
But then again, I could also use it as my pet project to actually learn French.
Sure.
Why not? Why not?
French is
Wow.
the language of love, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I think working in London round the clock, right? You literally become this little robot that goes to and from work. Yeah.
Yes.
And you learn to switch off.
Paris.
Oh yeah, Paris as well. Yeah, Paris. So how is life in Paris? What is the pace of life like in Paris?
Man, it's hectic.
Wow.
When you send your messages saying, okay, I've got to go now, I'm like, I completely feel you, man, because I have the same type of pace, I think. Yeah. It's all about work.
Exactly.
And it's exciting because you have the opportunity to meet so many artists and to do amazing things. It's full of improvised moments. Which is really fantastic. I feel this kind of atmosphere and creativity really happen in the capital cities.
I need to give you an apology, Daphne, right? Because originally I was supposed to interview you last Wednesday.
Oh yeah, no, you don't owe me an apology at all.
No, because it literally it got to the point I had these weird like electric shooting pains in my head, and I couldn't work out what it was. And I thought, I keep fighting my tiredness, right? And I keep, because what it is in the world of radio, like you literally, it's not about I'm going to finish at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. It's about I can only finish when the job's done, and then I want to get to bed and wake up and continue. So like we have to get all social media posters, playlisting, and all the rest of that done. So
Yes.
I literally got to the point I thought I could die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought,
I mean, yeah, I know what you mean.
Wow. Sorry. Okay, what okay, so do you have musicians in the family?
A few.
Okay. What do they play?
I had some cousins playing the violin, the saxophone, guitar, bass guitar. And I was really educated in listening to music all the time. My parents didn't want me to watch TV. So I grew up with vinyls a lot.
Wow, you grew up with vinyls. You don't realize how blessed you are. So what was playing in your house as you were growing up?
Yes, so there would be Bob Marley,
Wow.
Janis Joplin,
Yes.
Nina Simone,
Yep.
Otis Redding, some
Yes.
nice jazz blues music.
Wow. For the studio, we're gonna pick up a what do you call it, a record deck, right? Or pick up a Project One or something like that to play out vinyl over here, because I think mixing and mastering for vinyl is totally different than doing, you know, for streaming and CD, what have you. But gone totally wild there talking about mixing and that. But what I was looking at is basically there were certain people say you could feel the music, and there's always these debates online about vinyl sounds better, it feels better, it touches your soul.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely beautiful, brilliant. What is your favorite food and why?
I love this question. So actually, in Reunion Island, where my family is from,
Yes.
we have, well, thanks to the Indian community,
Wow.
we have some traditional dishes that are, you know, Indian.
Really?
Yeah. So my favorite is my grandma's prawns curry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, you've kind of like answered the next question in a way, but then again, no. I'm still going to ask it. Who inspires you and motivates you musically?
I have been inspired by people who had a tough life, and they managed to, you know, to drive their career and to be successful, and I look up to them.
Wow. Deep. That's deep. That is very, very deep. Brilliant, man. Brilliant. Your 3 favorite songs from other artists and why?
Okay. I like Nina Simone, Ain't Got No.
Okay.
You know, Ain't Got No Home.
Yeah. Yeah. Defo.
I love this song because whenever I feel down, or, you know, when there are poor days, I think, well, whatever, I can sing, I can dance, you know, so I keep going. Wow. And the second track I like is Mercedes-Benz by Janis Joplin.
Of course, yeah.
because she sings this song without any instruments, just a cappella.
Yes, yes.
And that once again is like, okay, I don't have any instruments, but I don't give a shite because I can sing.
I love it.
So I like the gospel aspect of these ladies, and there is something in Michael Jackson, and it's of course so difficult to pick one track.
Wow. Okay.
But
Okay.
like Michael, he was this composer, dancer, singer, everything. He was everything. He was the genius, and there is one that really helps me when I feel angry.
Oh.
It's They Don't Care About Us.
Yes, yes, my sister's favorite song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still on, today.
Beautiful. What it is, I want to shout out my sister, man, because what it is, she was blessed to meet MJ, rest in peace, a few times when he was alive, and also she met the family, a few times as well, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have got into radio. Really, I wouldn't be here today. Because she inspired me to actually. She built this fan club from my little bedroom when she was a kid, and then she ended up with his fan club, like being like in the front row for the MJ concerts. And when you're in the front row with MJ concerts, you got other stars which are there. So she got to meet all of those, like Busta Rhymes and P Diddy, Mariah Carey. She got to meet all those people, and I think for a little Indian girl from Wolverhampton in her bedroom to pull this off, I found that fascinating. So she's my motivation, my little sister. So she, it goes to show that where you have visualization, and then there's realization, but I think that the thing that links the two could be sufficient quantum energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Don't know what to add. This is just, I get you get me. Yeah.
Exactly. It's absolutely brilliant. So I think right, the power of prayer. And I know this may sound nuts, right, to people listening in, but I think there's a real power to the power of prayer.
Yes, and it's scientifically proved. Did you know that?
Wow. Okay. Yeah. It makes sense. So in terms of quantum energy, definitely.
There were some studies in universities in the United States concerning meditation and prayer, and whether you meditate or you pray, it activates the same area in your brain, releasing positive emotions, and with the power of getting healed and feeling better physically, mentally.
Wow. But hold on a second. Let's do a U-turn on this in the car, man. If that can work on a positive, that thing can also work on a negative.
Oh my gosh. I've been thinking about this for a few years as well.
Yeah.
And yes, like the movie Ghostbusters.
Yes.
When you say angry words, the monsters are created and they're coming out.
It's true.
Actually, there was a study in England in a high school about bullying plants.
Wow. Okay.
This experiment, some kids were asked to bully a plant in the corridor each morning or every time they would pass it. And in another corridor, there was another plant with another bunch of kids, and they were asked to say nice things to the plant every day.
Wow.
Yeah. And so the plant that was receiving negative comments, negative criticisms and anger and fear and disgusting things, they would die quickly. Wow. Whereas the plant that was fed with love and happiness, joy, then, it was growing fully.
Wow. And then that could lead us to the work of Emoto and water.
Yes. Yeah. Sure. Exactly. And we talked about it with some friends as well on Instagram this week with some French hip hop guys, and yeah, we were talking about the same thing because we know that the majority of our bodies is made out of water.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, the importance of positive vibrations.
Very, very, very true. I think I read a great chapter of a book by Marcel Vogel called Man-Plant Communication, and I found that fascinating because there was one section in the book. I know I've taken this interview, I've hijacked the interview, right? But I'm going to tell you this because it's so cool.
Sure.
Where you have two plants, right, which are like friends, where they've like grown up together, these two plants, right?
Yeah.
You can stick the one plant in one room with one person and then stick the other plant in another room in another country with that person.
Mm-hmm.
And where a person sends a signal from their heart, yeah, the heart chakra or however it works,
Sure.
that the plant sort of act as a, could be like a form material FM link. I don't know how it works, but it shows on the, I don't know, is it like a seism? I don't know, whatever it is, that's that thing that does that. Yeah, it basically measures. It's like an ECG. I don't know what it is, but it measures. So where the person sent a signal from their heart from one country, it would pick up in the other country, and the plants were the actual linking thing. So that, I think that was from Marcel Vogel's Man-Plant Communication. There's also the great book which is called The Secret Life of Plants as well. Which is fascinating. I like plants a lot.
Me too. I learned a lot about plants when I was traveling, when I lived in the Indian Ocean and in the Pacific Ocean. It's places where I learned a lot about healing properties.
Of course. They even had this one where the guy thought about burning the leaf and the plant reacted on the ECG. He just thought about it. Is it an ECG? It was some sort of like clever sensor device, and it showed that the plant got. Anyway,
yeah. Cool. Well, it's like apparently, mothers, they can feel even if they are far away. They can feel when you are sad, and they are calling. They call you when you are sad. And they say, yeah, I could feel it. Because some mothers say that they can feel, in the womb, the link that is still around.
Fascinating. But let's take it even more crazy. Let's crank it up.
Let's do it, man.
Okay. I think back in the day, there used to be this group called the Freemasonic, What is it? It's something, Freemasonic Order of the Golden Centurion. And I think this is from Stephen Flower's book, which I picked up, where there's 99 human members, and there were 99 human members, and the 100th member was the Grand Daemon himself, which could be the devil or Lucifer or whatever it was. Should the annual membership exceed 99 human members, those members which went over 99 were asked to pull short straws, draw straws. Okay. He who pulled the short straw was given a choice to drink a poison stout, and if he didn't drink the poison stout, commit suicide. There was a device which was used called a tepaphon, and I think it consisted of maybe like 24 or 30 lenses or whatever they were, and copper or something like that. But basically, they used to sit round a table, and they could send energy to a person or pull life force energy from a person. Now, this sounds crazy. I've just taken this radio show absolutely crazy, but
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be that surprised.
Of course, and that is the exact opposite of like prayer, in a way, where we can use prayer to heal. You can also use the power of concerted thought to actually harm, using a device to help channel that.
Yes. Well, I also trained in Reiki when I was younger.
Wow, okay.
And I could, I'm very sensitive, but I could help people, whether it was face-to-face or remote. Wow. And so, it's been, years and years that I've been thinking about all this too. Like, if we're capable of doing such positive things, so many positive things, then I'm pretty sure that people who are organized and want to send dark shit out, it's possible too.
Yeah, definitely. But then the question is, how would you how would you defend yourself? So then I picked up a book by Dion Fortune, which is a classic book called Psychic Self Defense.
By who?
Dion Fortune.
Dion. How do you spell Dion? D-E-O-N or?
Dion.
D. Okay, Fortune.
Yep. Psychic Self Defense. It's a badass. It's old. It's really old, but the methods they're brilliant, and it'll teach you how to deal with psychic vampires.
That's important.
Yeah.
But the most important, I think, is to make sure that you raise up your vibes. You know, whatever your tool is, if it's listening to high frequency music, or if it's walking in the woods, laughing with your friends, loving all these things. I think that they can help you with balancing and even counterbalancing.
Very, very true. Very, very true. Very, very true.
We're in bloody movies, aren't we?
Yeah.
When I heard about your hypersensitivity, I know a person in France who is just like you. So
really?
And completely, yes. And I was like, wow, he must think he's an X-Men. He's a hero, huh? Right?
It's a horrible condition to live with. But do you know what the game changer was, Daphne? The game changer was the meter. Literally, as soon as they pulled out the meter and it showed that I was correct, everyone's like, "Whoa!" You know what I mean? And so it just made people started waking up. Like my friends and family started thinking, "This guy's not crazy. He's not making it up." And literally, I was in pain. Not nice to be around certain things. Maybe it's a blessing in a way.
Yeah, that's what I heard you said that before, and I think you're right. There's always a positive side of a condition. So maybe it's something you learned, or it's something that made you stronger.
Yes, true. It's very true. Okay, so have you ever lost motivation or hit a hurdle, which I'm sure many of us have, and how did you deal with it?
Hurdles, yes, there are hurdles, of course, but I never get unmotivated.
Brilliant. Yeah. What, not even once?
Well, they tried.
Yeah, true.
I don't give a flying
F.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I can breathe. So if I can breathe, I can sing. I can, even if I don't have a drum kit, I can use my legs to play music.
Wow.
Or whatever.
Wow. I love it. Do you have family support in what you do?
That's a funny question because, I was a school teacher. I had a very stable job. And my parents didn't understand first how digitalized the world has become as well.
Wow. Okay.
And, so there was a gap when I quit my school jobs and I decided to focus on my freelance activities as a yoga teacher and an author and a singer. It wasn't easy peasy for everybody to understand.
Yes.
But now I think everybody's proud, and I've known people all around the world, and it's very nice to see that people catch up and when you reached to me, I was super happy because I didn't even expect that, an Asian London-based radio. How cool is that?
Wicked. Yeah. Wicked. To be fair, I love the song, and I love the fact that it's so different, and You're not copying anyone. Like you've got your own sound.
Thank you so much. That's the best thing you can say to me.
Oh wow! Wow! Wow!
And when we finished the song with DJ Keshkoon,
Yes.
I was like, oh, the drums is maybe Indian or Tahitian, and he was like, oh well, I was thinking of Africa, and we were like, yeah, it can be anywhere actually. So
There are some very interesting experiments you can do with drumming. Now, I was learning about this, and I was talking about this last interview that I did on the weekend, and I thought with ATG RMP in New Zealand. Now, I think it was in Africa they have this like huge drum where the bottom of the drum is like submerged into the ground, and it's so loud and powerful that let's say they're beating at say 70 BPM, right? And if your heartbeat will synchronize, providing it's loud enough with that 70 BPM. But then if you up it to 75 and 80, then your heartbeat will rise to 75 and 80. That's fascinating. But then they take it even further, where they go from these sort of low sort of. Actually, I think they may even start around like 40 and 50, but they take it all the way up to 280 BPM, and at that point, right. They said there's a possibility. We're going to go a bit woo-woo more out there, but the people which are enjoying the music and at 200, it goes all the way from 80 to 280. That's mad. Like drum and bass is like 160. Yeah. Garage is at 135 or whatever. The people are meant to enter a different realm. What do you make of that?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
I love it. The power of drumming.
It's the roots, it's the beat of the heart, as you said, so it's related to Mother Earth, the ground.
I think I have to give the credit there to, I think either Jill Matson, her book was called The Lost Waves of Time, and then also, would it be Preston Nichols as well, which is from, I do a lot of reading to keep myself sane.
Well, that's perfect. It's better to read for your brain than, staring at screens and getting...
I'm surrounded by screens!
Huh?
I'm surrounded by screens as well.
Yeah, I know. Me too. It's part of the business. Yeah.
It's all cool. All cool. Okay, so tell me a funny studio or live performance story.
Okay. So I met... Daddy Lord C, the French rapper who was in La Clica, a famous band in the 90s in France. I don't know if you know the Colombian rapper called Roca.
Roca. Wow. I'm gonna research him now.
Yeah, ROCCA. So Roca and Daddy Lord C used to be in a rap band called La Clica, and they were famous, they were super famous in the 90s, and they're still legendary. And so I went to a very underground event, and I was dancing there, and Daddy Lord C at the end of the evening said, okay, here is my contact. If you want to work with me, call me. Wow. The day after I called him, and so we talked, and I sang on the phone for a month. And then he said, all right, I'm going to take you to the studio. I think, we should record one song. And that's it. So we go to the studio. It's in Paris.
Wow.
And we open some doors. And the last door is like, no, not even the last door. One of the doors takes you to a cellar.
Wow.
And I'm like, wait, what? Are we going down a cellar? What the heck is this? What? So I was freaking out. And he reassured me. He was like, don't worry. If you don't like it, after 10 minutes, you can go. All right? It's like, okay. So then the last door was the studio there is no window. It's a complete underground studio.
Wow. Okay.
And
yeah.
and he introduced me to DJ Keshkoon, and these guys were so cool. And we decided to do one track together. And after a couple of sessions, Keshkoon said, "Do you want to do like a bigger project together?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And these guys that I've met in Paris, they look like the really bad guys in the rap game.
Yes,
They're
yes,
the
yes.
sweetest. They are the most respectful guys. I can work with.
Amazing, amazing. See, never judge a book by its cover, man. You know what I mean? The people out there, and well done. It's true. And okay, so okay, well, you've actually sort of segued me into the next sort of question about the recording process. Yeah, so like so when you were there, like any favorite microphone or any favorite bit of gear that you love to use, you thought, wow, that sounds special, or I like that plug-in on my voice. So can you talk about that?
Um, I I'm not sure what to say because I don't know anything about the brands of the the
It's all right.
the equipment or anything. And I'm just like a kid. When I am in a studio, I'm like a kid. I'm told what I have to say. It's like, now it's your turn, and I do what I have to do. But before I record though, I need to breathe a lot. I do some breathing, some respiration, and
Yeah,
and I dance and I do yoga because I find that when your body is relaxed, then you feel better to release the sound.
that is actually so true. So in terms of singing practice, then, like, so do you like practice every day?
Um, I don't pay attention because I sing wherever I am, in the streets, in the shower.
Wow, so you're a proper singer, exactly. Yeah.
I don't pay attention. But sometimes I'm like, okay, I've been working too much on writing, or I've been working too much on the phone. I've been working too much on the social media. And right now, I need to sing, so I sing loud. Yeah.
Wow, wow. It's definitely a blessing. Definitely a blessing. Right. So, who would you like to collaborate with, and why?
Mm. I love this question. Um, the dream
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be, yeah, Kanye West.
Wow. Okay, 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 okay.
Yes, because I uh, at the time I really liked the tune with Estelle.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, of course,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah. And even his style, like his work, his flow, his lyrics. I really like his American rap. Well, have you listened to Donda?
Donda. I haven't. I haven't. I haven't. I'm not gonna lie and say that I have,
Hmm.
but I need to. I'll do that. I'll do
Yeah, I
it.
would be curious to know what you think about it.
Okay. Okay, I'll type it down now. Donda. So, what can we? Well, we're in September. Like this year. So you got the track that dropped at the start. I'm not going to pronounce the name. I'm not going to embarrass myself more on radio.
You can.
The one that dropped at the start of September. Please, can you pronounce it again?
Okay. Je rêve de toi. I
Sure.
dream of you.
Wow. Wow. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, what else have you got in the pipeline?
Well, I have some tunes that are ready with some other French rappers. Um, and yeah, I have to go to some recording sessions, and I have some more writing to do. Other projects coming up with um, international guys in the hip hop industry.
Wow. Wow. Love it. Love it. How much of an influence do you actually have on the mix itself? I know that's a weird question. Or is that, like, let's say you worked with on Flow with Keshkoon, so did you actually sit in on the mixing session and say that's a bit too loud, that's a bit too quiet, or how did you have much of an input?
Of course, I Well, what happened was that he had a few tracks to, in store. And so I picked what I loved the most.
Yeah.
So there was no many changes to proceed with.
Brilliant, 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 brilliant.
And I work with fast people, you know what I mean? Like DJ Keshkoon is a fast worker, Skrilltown MO is a fast worker. And I love it when things are going well and creative and and fast, like the job is done.
Actually, let's talk about that. Actually, right. So, to maintain speed as a worker, is it not true that you have to be in the music? You've got to be in the music. You can't literally like jump from one thing and suddenly jump into music mode. Am I right?
Well, everything is music to me, same thing as, I sing every day because that's just normal. I've been doing this since I was a baby. So listening to music, it's the same. I need to listen to music every day. And sometimes I write so many things and I will never do anything with the writing. And some other times, I don't know why, but for half an hour, I feel like I've got some lyrics ready, and then, here I am. And
Beautiful. Beautiful. Do you dream music?
interesting.
Ah.
Um, they were sometimes when I could hear things in my mind, in my head, like, melodies and whereas it was silent everywhere.
Wow.
So, and yeah, there's a fine line between dream, reality.
Very, very fine line. A very fine line. But the thing is, then, once you've got that in your head, do you run to like your mobile phone and record it on a recorder or something, or do you fire
Yeah,
up a keyboard?
I do. So I always keep notes. I have, many notebooks and many pens everywhere so that I can always write down something when I need to. And when I have a melody in mind, yes, I record it on my phone, which is a fantastic tool when you think about it. When we were kids, we didn't think that one day phones could do everything for you.
Of course, and I think the actual process will also strengthen the bridge on the astral plane as well. Basically, if you're constantly recording and jotting stuff down from your dreams, that's building that bridge between both realms.
Mm-hmm. True, true. Well, I write a lot at night and in the evening and in the morning.
Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Loving it. Um, Lockdown, like you said earlier on in the interview, basically said for you it was really, really good because you built flow through lockdown,
Yeah.
and you worked really, really quick. Did you say, was it 7 months or 7 weeks?
The making,
Yeah,
3 months.
three. Sorry, 3 months.
Three
Yeah.
months.
12 weeks.
Yes. So I started in November 2020, and in January 2021, I had already finished recording, and then it was released last July.
Wow, wow, wow! Absolutely brilliant, brilliant. Now this question, right, is a bit of a weird one. Now it's open. Now I'm going to explain. All right. The question is there anything you've changed your mind about musically? So basically, where you thought, this is my workflow, and I've done this wrong, or this idea, it ain't gonna work, and you think, or
No, I was happy with the full thing. Um, and once it was done, I realized that it was all digital because, there is no instruments. It's, it's just the beat making by DJ Keshkoon. So it's digital music, and we didn't release a CD. It's a digital EP. And you know how it is nowadays, ads, marketing, it's digital.
yeah,
And I am so surprised when I think about the whole thing, because when I was a kid, once again, I could have never imagined that I would release music one day, and that I would release digital music one day.
That is power. It's a blessing. Do you actually use like software at home as well for laying down ideas, recording, or anything, or is it all down to the producer?
No, I let the guys, send me tracks, and I say, okay, I like this one, I don't like that one. Same thing with Skrilltown. He sent me 2 tracks, and he said just choose one of them, and immediately I was very drawn to the song, which became Je rêve de toi.
Love it, absolutely love it. Is there anything which I haven't asked you and that you wanna, your social media links? Hit us.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Yes.
And it's Daffie Doc, DAFFIE Doc, DOC.
Right, now you know what I'm going to ask you now, man.
Yeah.
Could you please say, hey, this is Daffie Doc, and you're
Yes.
listening to RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion.
Yes, I can, my man.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Daffie Doc, and you're listening to RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion.
I love it. 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 Tell you what, do it one more time, because I think I spoke in there and I ruined it for you.
Sure, I'm going to do it for you.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Daffie Doc, and you're listening to RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion.
Yes. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And could you please, whatever track you want to you want to introduce, man, let me know to just introduce one of your tracks.
Yes, you want to listen to a track?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think you should listen to Je rêve de toi with Skrilltown.
Let's get on it, man. It's been a real pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
No, it's an honor. It's an honor, and I should be saying thank you to you. You're a lovely energy, a very, very spiritual individual, and the fact that you dream music, you got to definitely spend more time doing that, and just kicking butt. You're so driven as well, hard-working individual, and I love your work. It's an honor to support you in RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion, and salute Skrilltown.
Yay.
Cool, man. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Dav. You're awesome.
I tried. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Bye.
Bye.
Lots of love.
Lots of love, man. Cool. Loving it. RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion. That was the most amazing. Hit that background thing, man. That's the most amazing Daffie Doc